to get an angle that's right for you. You know how I do these car crying, hey, saying hi. And I had a thought while I was sitting here trying to finish up my lunch. So don't judge me if I'm crunching a little bit here and there, but a girl hungry, okay? But anyway, I had a thought. I was having a conversation with someone at work, a young lady, and she was saying that it was definitely too old for her mom to be having relations and doing the clap clap. And I'm like, what do you mean too old, right? And she says, well, it's just disgusting to know that at 50 something years old, she's still getting down with it. And it just makes me feel some kind of way. And I'm like, but your mom is living her best life. Kids is grown. You just happen to still be around the house, but y'all, you grown, right? Um, and she's still living. Now, it's a mindset, you guys. It's absolutely a mindset to be put in a zone of thinking I'm too old to still do some grown folk things. Okay? And for y'all who's grown, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Clap, clap, clap. Now, respectfully, things should be always done respectfully, not in the eyesight of, you know, being right in front of the kids or whatever. But you got grown kids and you are now living your life and you're getting down with someone that you really dig. And so, what's wrong with that? Why are people thinking that 50 years old is too old to be getting down? I don't get it. Now, this young lady is about 25. She's still young, so 50 seems like a whole long way down the road for her. But I guarantee you, when she get 50, she ain't gonna be stopping no. She ain't gonna be stopping no get down. I don't think so. So, but the thing is, if you are keeping yourself in good health, if you are trying your best to um, not use unnecessarily use vices that's on a regular basis that could damage your libido or damage your stamina or damage your ability to still rise above it all, then, if you're doing these things, of course, it's going to cause you to have some issues. And even with those who have issues, they can still fix it. If you got a good understanding mate, you can still work with each other. It does not mean you're doomed at 50 years old. I have heard of and know of some folks that's 70 some, 80 years old and still getting it in. Now, I'm quite sure, looking at them, you can tell they're seasoned and they're up there, but they do their little walking a few times a week. They eat decently. They are of a decent weight, and they do go to the gym sometime too. So they're doing things, and they don't do a lot of drinking outside of social drinking. They don't do any drugs, so they're putting themselves in more of a healthier state to be able to deal with that. And that goes for men and women. Because women can get, got a lot going on and stuff just don't do right either. You know what I'm saying? My day is going good. Is that MEMEGAMER 79? Mimi Gamer. Mimi Gamer. I hope I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm not. How you doing? I'm doing great. Just kind of putting this thought out here real quick about this mindset of age frame of thinking that you're too old to do the clap, clap, clap. And for those of you who don't know, when I clap, 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 that's grown folks mixing together in an intimate bedroom way. Okay, just to put it nicely. But they're this mindset. And I was like, I'll reiterate, I was talking to somebody and they just kind of went there, ooh, it would be so gross. Oh, my mom, oh God, she needs to stop. Oh, she's too old. She's too old to be doing all that. Girl, bye. Mama ain't too old to do nothing, okay? Um, where does this come from? Why do some feel as though they're doomed at a particular age? Mind you, like I said, if you're having issues, you may think that, okay, I'm struggling a little bit, but game ain't over. Game ain't over, because when it comes to a woman, she is forever, ever, ever, ever. As long as she can lay down and spread them, there's going to be still something there to enter into. Okay? It just may need a little help here and there, but you can still enter into the canyon. Now, yeah, you can do what you want. Yep, that's right, Mimi. You've been working all your life. You've been raising kids. You've been doing this and that. You should be able to do it however you want to, without your grown folk kids staying in the way. Hey, Riley, what's up with it? Hey. And so these children, grown children, trying to judge you for doing what you like to do, and that's the clap sometimes. Whatever. Like I was saying, a woman is going to always be able to lay down and spread them. I don't care if she's 100 years old. A man, he kind of goes through a period where he may need some help as he get older. But there is some men who can go older and still be putting it down better than a 45, 50 years old. Because I'm going to tell you, some of these 45, 50 years old now, and I have heard it, talk like they 100. They talk like they 100. They not physically pleasing who they with, because they didn't kind of it's so much that they do and putting into their vessel, and all these substances, and getting high and drinking all the time, and for some reason some think that Riley, you feeling me, Riley, what I'm saying is right. The noodle be limp noodle after a certain age, but you can still make it go. You just got to do something. And some of you men, you got to be careful with I know a few people that was telling me about their little situation, and they order stuff from like way over in China or something. They'll order these real potent, stimulating things that they take, right, to help with their situation. And I mean, I'm not badgering anybody on that, because some people do need help. I get it. You may need a little help. But you got to be careful, men, because sometimes when you take all that stuff, and depending on your underlying health issues, you become at risk for a whole lot of things to start going down, right? You start having heart issues, your kidneys, lungs, stuff started doing some crazy things, especially the heart. And somebody was sharing with me a story that their mate, in the middle of doing what they was doing, just kind of got stuck and froze in the moment, like they were in a sleepy awake state in the middle of doing it, and they had taken some stuff. So you have got to be careful. Everybody can't be taking that stuff, and it's coming away from China. No disrespect, but it's coming away from China or something like that, right? So it's important to read the ingredients. Also, check with your doctor. And what you saying, Riley? A man don't know how to be intimate with a woman. Dudes still lack sex education on intimacy. Okay, let me say this and I get to that. Check with your doctor to make sure that you could take these things. Let them know what it is. Research it. See what the side effects, because sometimes side effects is a lot worse than the dang on pill you're taking. Trust me. You be like, okay, I'm taking this for a headache, but now I got bowel syndrome disorder, I got vomiting, I got rashes, I got my big toe is stuck, um, my knee hurt when I stand up, and my back tremors sometimes. I mean, you got all these things that start happening from you taking something just for a headache. Oh, really? You better read the fine print and see what, right? So check with the doctor and this and that. Now, as far as yeah, some men, Riley, I may have to agree with that. Some men don't know how to be intimate with a woman, and you know, there's sex education classes. There's all this online stuff, information. There's even YouTube right here, right here. You could type in search anything you want to know. Somebody talking about it. It's there. If you having some situation, I'm not gonna say what everybody talking about is good stuff, but some of it is. Um, and then you can research that. Just don't go by what somebody tell you or what they're saying. Always research that when you're doing that. But you know, folks need to get educated. Get educated on, intimacy. Get educated on things that you can do to make things better, especially after a mature stage in your life, because 50 years old, you are not doomed. 40 years old, you're not doomed. 40, 45-year-olds talking about they old. 60-year-olds talking about, oh, I don't be doing all that no more. I had my days. What? You're only freaking 60 years old. Your underplunger is still there. So, you have to learn other things. So, like Riley is saying, there is a different form that goes beyond, okay? Intimacy does not start in the bedroom. Let's get that straight. It does not start in the bedroom. It starts outside of the bedroom. There are things that you can do to start your intimacy and start the process of being intimate outside of the room. There's little things you could say, there's little things you could do, there's little gestures, there's little, leaving little whatnots in a person's lunch pail, and there's whispering little whatnots in their ear, and there's sending little love texts through the cellular system. There is all kinds of ways. There's planning an intimate dinner. There is cooking dinner for your mate, and you never cook at all. I don't know, it may taste all right, may not, but whatever it is, they gonna love it and savor the flavor because you put love behind doing it. And when somebody know that you're struggling in a certain area and you put love behind doing it, even if you cook some mush, that's gonna be the best mush they ever had. They're gonna try to stomach it. They may not finish the whole thing, but yeah, it's gonna be the best mush they ever had, right? So let's get off of this mindset of thinking, why is age a factor in you doing the clap and getting your groove on when you want to? And for you youngsters who got issues with your parents knowing that they get down, especially if you got single parents, mom and dad, mom and dad do what mom and dad do. You don't want to know about they doing it. You don't even want to hear them doing it, but they do what they do. That's why you here, right? But some have single parents that are still out here dating, still trying to mix and connect with the right kind of person. And they may go through they may kiss a couple of toes before they get to their prince or princess. So they doing what they do. And if they 50, 60, 65, 70 years old and they talking about that wild night they had last night, or they went to Vegas with their woman or their man and it was off the hook. Hell, some of them be talking about they didn't have threesomes. different topic for another show. But some be older folks talking about they still got an open vibe going on, and they done had threesies and foursies. Yeah, they out there. I'm not saying it's the safest thing to do. I'm not saying it's the thing to do. Don't mock me for that. But what I'm saying is some still do that at those mature ages. So the younger generation is quick to judge that. You know, that you just should be sitting down in a rocking chair keeping the grandkids every weekend, and that's it and that's all. And that ain't that's not it and that's all. It's okay to keep the grandkids here and there because you love them, you love them, but you still doing you. Especially now, the best time, even though we miss them kids, we love them, is when they all grown and gone. They still gonna be on your heartstrings, and you still gonna be doing some things for them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a rough world we live in. But for the most part, they grown and they gone. You can get up and go when you want. You can do whatever you want to do when you want. If you want to walk around with nothing on, buck naked in your own house, you can just do it. You can invite whoever you want over. You can go spend the night over whoever's house and ain't got to worry about, oh my God, I got to get the kids to school in the morning. Oh my goodness, they've been at home by themselves too long. I know they old enough, but I don't know. They probably fighting and stuff because they always fighting, and you come home and your house is tore up because they done went off on each other. So you ain't got to worry about all that. And you only have your grandkids over when you in that fuzzy family mode to want to have some fun with the grandkids overnight or for the weekend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you're never too old. Message from me. You're never too old. Thank you, Oliver. You know what? I'm going to thank God for that. For you saying that, I thank God, because that is why we got to take care of ourselves. We have got to try to keep ourselves as youthful as we possibly can. And it starts from what we put in and what we do, the vices, the stress. You know, life in itself have enough things to stress about, right? But you have to have limitations and guidelines and take care of you first. And that's what I try to do. And then with the wonderful genetics involved, my mom, my grandmama, you know, you inherit certain traits, and I thank God for them. I inherited a lot of youthful traits, and both of them beautiful women. But thank you, Oliver. But back to age having a factor? No. And another thing before I end this video, I'm all over the place. Y'all know how I do. For y'all who come on here regularly and check me out, you know I bounce around, so you got to hold on to my horns, and we gonna do this, right? But another thing that was brought up to me was about, oh my goodness, I just lost it right then. I think it was dealing with men or women that was much younger than you, because just because you look younger don't mean you can be dealing. Look, age ain't never had nothing to do with it. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. If you mature, responsible, and you're respecting one another, and you're vibing, and it's a connection, do it. Do you? Okay? I mean, ain't nobody. Thank you. I'm trying to age strong, Riley. I tell you. Woo, I'm trying. um, you know, you don't want to be 50 years old and dealing with somebody that's, you know, I don't know, 25, maybe 28. No, I'm just playing. But you don't want to deal with nobody that's 25 and you 50, right? But what I'm saying is age is not the factor. And if you looking 10 plus years younger than you are, it balances out. So if you 50 or even 60 and you dealing with a you 60 and dealing with a 45-year-old, and you looking just as good as they are, because some 45-year-olds are fully gray and bald and everything else. They not. So who cares? And it ain't about what looks good. It's about how you both feel in the good, right? If you're both feeling good about it, do you. If you're feeling good about clapping 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, Do it. The better thing to do though is to get you a regular situation. You know, you really should be married doing all that, y'all. Okay. You really should be married doing all the clap clap, you know, but just in case you fall short and you have to clap before you marry, you just want to be safe and you want to have a regular something and not just be bouncing off the walls. I'm not saying be 60 years old and go out here and you got 4, 5, 6 booze. Now, some do. And I don't know. They work it out, but that ain't my thing. I like my own little special something, something. Now, if we ain't got a relationship, but we got a relationship, but we ain't got a relationship, but we got a dysfunctional connection, or we got a physical, whatever it is we decide we got, I like it to be me and that person. That's just how I do. But anyway, don't let age be the factor. Do you? Clap, clap if you want to. And you young adults, children, quit tripping on mama and daddy and whoever else. Y'all, I'm in this hot car. I'm sorry. I keep wiping off this sweat and stuff because I be trying to bring this grown folk talk to y'all by any means necessary. And sometimes I'll be up in the car crying the chaos like I am now. But back to you young adult kids. Let them do them. If mama says she went out last night with Boo and she didn't come home, oh, mama, did you have a good time? Girl, you go. I'm glad you had a good time, mama. Or daddy's talking about, ooh, yeah, that girl had me. Ooh, mercy. Just say, ooh, dad, what? Pat him on the back. Okay, you go, Pops. You go. You still got it. Hey, give them some encouragement, okay? They got to work a little harder, but they out working it. And life is for the living. Remember that. Anyway, y'all, I got to go. Your girl got to go. It's been fun. I had to stop on in. I love you guys. I hope you having a great day. We finally here in Cali got a little sunshine for a minute because it's been rain, 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 rain. But it's all good. I'll be back at y'all soon, okay? Enjoy and remember, age ain't nothing but a number.